Hold on. Kenneth knows the dang law too much. Kenneth got too much money. Kenneth is a dang menace to society. Kenneth needs to go bye-byes, okay? Because Kenneth, he ran that dang town. He ran the town. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you didn't already know, act like you know, because it's not as us. Let's hop right into this video. So today we're reacting to a video by Xavi. So this one is called "The Town That Took Out an Evil Man and Hid It from the FBI." So before we hop in, you already know what to do. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and take your guesses.
Meet Kenneth, a man who was in front of 60 eyewitnesses, but the FBI could never find out who him.
Oh.
Well, because Kenneth had a problem. Everyone in his town hated him. Why? Because he sucked. Not your normal kind of suck. I mean, he really sucked. He kept things real simple. If you wanted something, he just walk over and take it. He wants some of your gasoline in your farm. He walk
so
over
he
to
was
your
Debo.
farm, take some of your gasoline. He wants some of your cattle. He walk into your farm, take some of your cattle. Now I know what you're thinking. Wait, why did they let him get away with that? Well, take a look at his picture. That man has some heft to him. Man was 270.
Ooh.
Big boy. They say Kenneth. He said, They say, that cattle in your farm look a lot like my cattle.
And he's like,
He said, so?
what cattle?
Well, I'm finna go get the sheriff then. He said, cool, I'm finna go get the strap then.
Oh.
Kenneth was not afraid to blow anybody down.
Oh, he was a menace.
The sheriffs were scared of him. On top of that, he had already been arrested like 20 times, but always got away with it because he had a really good lawyer. So he feels like he's invincible. In fact, he would say it himself all the time in town. I can do whatever I want, and no one could do a thing about it.
Oh.
Things a little too far. This is Trina. Sitting next to her is Alice. She's going to come in a little later in the story. Trina was Kenneth's wife. Now, this next part may be a little disturbing. He met her at an age that I can't say. I can't show you the last number of this clock.
Oh,
Parents
wow.
were outraged, but that didn't stop him from seeing her. Now, again, this part with Trina is disturbing, but I do find it important not to skip over these topics.
Okay.
He's 35. He enters in a relationship with her. Having a child with her. Now, at this point, he knew he was doing way too much. He wasn't going to get away with this. So
that's insane.
Goes to Trina's parents and tells them, look, y'all got to let me marry her, or I'm finna get in trouble. They say, hell no. So he burns their house down.
Oh!
Like I said earlier in the story, the police were scared.
He's a maniac.
And he has an insanely good lawyer.
Oh.
There's another thing.
Does he have money?
To escape jail. And that
Dang.
was threaten people and actually follow up on his threats. Oh, they won't let me marry her daughter? I'm going to burn their house down. This made people in the town know and understand what he's capable of. If he had a problem with someone, he would follow them around for days.
Wow.
People just let him do whatever he wants. Like sadly, between his parents, Kenneth marries Trina. Now, remember Alice from earlier? Well, there's something I forgot to tell you. This was his first wife.
Oh.
To get married to Trina, he divorces Alice.
Yeah,
but
how
he still moves Alice into his house with Trina, so he basically has two wives.
What?
So Trina and Alice together run away from Kenneth, because remember, Kenneth sucks, and they go to Trina's house.
Okay.
Which they just rebuilt. Kenneth follows them to Trina's
Oh my gosh.
house, burns down their house again, it's their dog, and takes Trina back. The police this time jump in and say, hell no. The police arrest Kenneth and put Trina in foster care.
Oh, thank God.
But Kenneth gets out of jail because of his amazing lawyer, goes over to Trina's foster family and tells them, girl for girl.
What?
Says, what do you mean? He says, give me Trina and you get your daughter back. The family had a biological daughter and they were foster parents for Trina. They said, we already have our biological daughter.
He kidnapped her?
He says, yeah, but I know where she goes to school, and I know where she takes the bus.
Oh!
Give me Trina.
They need the SWAT team.
Now here's
they give
Trina. Wicked. As you can imagine, everyone in his town hates his guts. What I told you was a story in a few minutes, but this was going on for decades to them. They're living their whole lives with this guy. But one day, his daughter goes over to the local grocery store, and she picks up some candy. The grocery store owner, Bo, says, oh, you got to pay for that. The daughter goes over and tells Kenneth. Kenneth walks over to Bo and says, you accusing my daughter of stealing? Bo says, nah, Kenneth. Bo,
What?
Survives. Right here, but he survives. Now remember,
Oh
Kenneth
my
has
God.
never been convicted. He even, somebody before, I just didn't mention it, that person also survived. But this time, Kenneth was like, let me not take any chances. I'm gonna just do my old tricks. So Kenneth follows around Bo's family.
That's
He's
insane.
waiting around their house. They're terrified. He goes, okay, cool, check. He then goes over to the prosecutor and says, you finna try to put me in jail, right? The prosecutor says, well, yeah, that's my job. And it says, you ain't heard about all the stuff I did to people in the TikTokers?
Oh, he's threatening him?
Prosecutor says, oh, I did hear that. All right, you got it. Prosecutor leaves. A new prosecutor comes in straight out of law school. He says,
Oh my
are you Kenneth? Kenneth goes, yeah. You heard about all the stuff I did in the video? Prosecutor says, yeah. But I ain't scared. We finna take it to trial, baby.
Period.
Kenneth says, what? The prosecutor says, yeah, you going to jail. Kenneth
He's a
looks at the
menace.
lawyer. Kenneth's lawyer says, you know I got you. I'm a really good lawyer. But then the prosecutor does something extremely clever.
Oh my goodness.
He knows he probably won't beat Kenneth's lawyer straight up. He's just a really good lawyer. Prosecutor, fresh out of law school. Kenneth is intimidating this guy's family. It's gonna be a
This
tough
is
trial.
insane.
So the prosecutor says, look, what Kenneth did was attempted.
Yes, it
He's
was.
supposed to get like 15 years.
Mm.
But listen closely, Kenneth is not gonna be prosecuted for attempted. He's gonna be prosecuted for assault, which is only like 2 years. Now, this is what prosecutors do when they know it's probably going to be really hard to win a case. It's like if someone steals a car. If a prosecutor can't prove it, they'll just probably charge them for driving without a license.
Gotcha. Find another
For the
choice.
first time in Kenneth's life, he's convicted.
Oh.
2 years, but Kenneth gets out on bail.
Oh my gosh.
Kenneth files an appeal.
Oh.
Kenneth walks into his town.
Hold on. Kenneth knows the dang law too much. Kenneth got too much money. Kenneth is a dang menace to society. Kenneth needs to go bye-byes, okay? Because Kenneth, he ran that dang town. He ran the town. This is what happens when you just got too much money and you're bored.
Bar and says, I'm finna get away with it. And he says, you know what else I'm finna do? He brings out his and says, I'm finna Bo.
Oh.
No one's gonna do a thing about it. The town is stunned silent. So they all gather for a meeting in the town hall, including the sheriff and including the mayor.
Not the sheriff and the mayor.
What are we gonna do about Kenneth? He might get away with this. The sheriff says, I have an idea. Everyone says, thank God. The sheriff says, what if you guys form a neighborhood watch? And that was the town's breaking point. Their protector not gonna do a thing about it. Boom! Somebody busts in the town hall.
Ooh.
They say, hey, Kenneth next door. He drinking. Everyone in the town rushes next door to the tavern. Everyone waits outside. Kenneth walks out. Says, what's up, y'all want a picture? Stop playing with me. Brings out the tool. He said, y'all know I keep it on me. Watch out. Goes over to his car. Sits down. The town looks at each other. 2 people grab their and start letting them things go.
Oh.
Trina is with Kenneth in the car. She jumps out. Somebody grabs her and rushes her to safety.
Oh my
They
goodness.
lift Bro's car up. They missed almost.
So this was
everything.
planned.
Too.
It sounds sporadic,
That was all
but
that was needed. No one called an ambulance. The sheriff didn't arrest anybody. The prosecutor didn't press charges. The FBI though said, "Hey, yo, what? Hell no!" They go over to the town and they interview 100.
they ain't
people.
say nothing.
100 people ain't see a thing. Stay
Oh.
solid. The FBI then presumably found out a lot more about Kenneth.
And they was like,
All right, we're just gonna go home. Trina, though, Kenneth's wife goes over to the FBI and says, "Y'all not finna do anything?" They said, "Mama, he sucks," and nobody's saying anything. That's why we can't do nothing. She says, "Well, I saw who did it. His name was Dale. If you're wondering why she's doing this, Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah.
She was with Kenneth for a
long time.
at this point.
Well,
The FBI,
she was young.
they go over to Dale. They say, "Do you do it?" He said, "No." They said, "Okay." They go over to Trina and say, Dale said he can't do it. Trina says, "Fine." So she sues the town for $6 million.
Did she win?
They gave her $17,000. They said, "We're all here." And well, Trina moved away and remarried. As for Kenneth, to this day, his still technically unsolved. Now, I have a genuine question for you. Do you think the town was justified in what they did?
Honestly, there comes to a point I would never advocate for violence and whatnot and be like, yeah, take him out. But there comes to a point where your judicial system is not able to contain this type of person, and they just have some unlimited funds and power and just the type of aura to just stank up the place and make people feel unsafe. It just comes to a point, and the people did what they thought was best. Not saying that I agree with it, but I mean, it comes to a point. You can't just be burning down people's houses just because they don't want to give you something that does not belong to you. And yeah, it's just so wrong. So anyways, let me know what you guys thought about this video down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.